Practicing waste wood, unexpectedly obtained the space to control beasts. I can't cultivate on my own, I have spiritual beasts to help me cultivate. Xiao Chen is a genius beast tamer and the fastest man in the world to cultivate. Chapter 1. The Foolish Son of the Landlord's Family. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Young master, think twice. Young master, do you really want to do this? Young master, the efforts of several generations of the Xiao family have been sold by you like this. How can this justify our ancestors? In the courtyard of the Xiao family, 7 loyal servants knelt in a circle, constantly pleading with a young man. The young man caressed his forehead with his right hand and looked conflicted. Isn't it just selling a few acres of land, isn't it that exaggerated? This young man's name is Xiao Chen, and he is a well-known second-generation wealthy person, or rather a spendthrift. What a few acres of land, this is the ancestral land left by our ancestors. Is this how the best industry in Xiaojia village is sold? Previously, Xiao Chen was just playing around and spending money recklessly. After the passing of the master of the Xiao family, everyone originally thought that the young master of the Xiao family would be more restrained and sensible. Not to mention expanding one's family business, at least one must think of holding on to it. Who would have thought that on the second day after Lord Xiao finished his affairs, this spendthrift was ready to sell all his property and dismiss all his servants? Fubo, uncles, rest assured that I will give you no less than a penny for the severance payment. Xiao Chen's words made a group of old servants even more excited. Young master, we didn't stop him because of money. Yeah, we've been staying at the Xiao family for decades. How could we bear to see them just fall apart like this? Yeah, we'll watch the young master grow up, and in the future, we'll have to watch the young master get married and have children. A group of old servants, tears welling up in their eyes, kowtowing incessantly. Xiao Chen had a headache on his face. He just wanted to sell his family's 100 acres of fertile land and several properties. It doesn't seem like a big crime. A field in a village is not worth much money. More importantly, Xiao Chen's mind was not even in this small mountain village. He wanted to go outside and see the vast world. Get up first, a group of elderly people are kneeling down like this to ruin my life. I understand your thoughts, but to become a beast tamer, I need to have money to purchase materials to cultivate spiritual beasts. Xiao Chen's words made those loyal servants kowtow even louder. You're the beast master again, young master. You're still thinking about this now. Yeah, the master has specially sent someone to test it, and you don't have the talent to become a cultivator. Yeah, just keep some cats and dogs on a regular basis. But at this age, young master, you should also be mature. Yes, young master. Those beast guards need talent. Our village once had a warrior over 100 years ago. Don't worry, young master. It's okay not to be a martial artist. As long as you manage these good fields of the Xiao family well and marry a few beautiful concubines in the future, it's not much better than being a cultivator. Faced with this group of stubborn old people who watched him grow up, Xiao Chen couldn't explain it at all. You. Xiao Chen waved his fingers, originally intending to teach several old servants the truth that everything depends on human factors and not to deceive young people into poverty. Even he wanted to talk to them about words like stubbornness, adherence to conventions, and disrespect for the elderly. However, Xiao Chen, who adhered to the virtues of respecting the elderly and loving the young, ultimately held back. These people, it's useless to talk lightly, but they can't bear to talk too much. To be honest, these people have always been good to Xiao Chen. Over the years, Xiao Chen has been acting around in various ways, with several old servants turning a blind eye and even accompanying him around. Okay, these industries won't be sold for now. However, I have to completely control my family's silver. Faced with a group of elders watching him grow up, Xiao Chen chose to back down. Coming into this world, besides his deceased father, these people can be said to be the closest people he has in this world. That's natural. These silver coins belong to the Xiao family, and of course they belong to the young master. The young master is willing to take charge of the family's finances, which is a great thing. Yeah, once you become the head of the family, you'll know that fuel, rice, oil, and salt are expensive. At this moment, the 7 old servants appeared so knowledgeable and reasonable again. The elderly people who just had a runny nose and tears suddenly burst into laughter. The speed of face changing really caught people off guard. Well, that's good. Now, take out all the cash at home and I'll go to the county town. Seeing that Xiao Chen had already conceded, all the old servants no longer hesitated and handed the prepared silver to Xiao Chen. Surprisingly, there are so many 10,000 taels of silver, and the name of the richest person in Xiaojia village is well deserved. 10,000 taels of silver, of course, is a large sum of money. Xiao Chen looked at the yellowed stack of silver bills and knew that they had been stored for some time. Young master, you just said you were going to the county town. Are you here? Fubo struggled to get up and knelt for a long time, feeling a bit unstable. However, he still felt a bit uneasy, afraid that Xiao Chen would misuse the silver. It's okay, I'll go see if there are any supplies that our family needs. Fubo, as you know, it's better to start a business than to stay in business. I'll go to the county annals and see if I can find more opportunities for my family. Upon hearing these words, the old servants finally felt at ease. That's good, that's good. Young master, if you want to go out, you need to prepare dry food in advance. Yes, I heard there are countless people and countless new things there. Young man, it's also great to go out and see the colorful world. We are already old, otherwise we must go with the young master. Some places, going once can make people linger and forget to leave, unforgettable for life. A few old servants surprisingly looked nostalgic, probably these old guys had also been to the county town when they were young. After obtaining the desired answer, Fubo and others supported each other and went back to rest. Xiao Chen also returned to his room, preparing to go to the county town the next day. A few old guys, limping and supporting each other, left. Little did Xiao Chen know that after closing the door, several old servants suddenly became lively one by one. My waist is no longer bent, my back is also straight, and I speak more fluently. Ha ha ha, this place is over 200 miles away from the county town, and he actually wants to walk alone to the county town. Fubo burst out laughing first. He handed over the silver and concluded that the young master had no chance to spend it. You know, Xiaojia village doesn't even have a decent road to the county town. How about it, let me tell you. The young master has a soft heart, and this trick of grinding hard works. That's not as good as our performance. I think the third person worked the hardest and made a hole in the floor. Yeah, if the young master dares not agree, I'm ready to hit the wall and offer a death warning. Alright, we're done. Brothers, let's go relax together. Okay, we haven't gone out for some days now. Xiao Chen had no idea that the 7 old servants who were about to die or live just now had flown into the sky one by one and disappeared into the vast darkness. In this world, there are humans who can fly alone. After returning to the room and closing the door, Xiao Chen whispered a few words to the void. Then, a big white dog appeared in front of him. This dog has a robust physique, neat fur, and looks imposing, somewhat intimidating. Dabai, look at you. I've been raising you for over 10 years, and I haven't grown any spiritual power. On the contrary, I'm getting fatter and fatter. Xiao Chen touched Dabai's head and couldn't help but complain. Woo woof. Xiao Bai protested quietly, but was heavily slapped on the head by Xiao Chen. If you're fat, and you dare say you're strong. I see you're about to catch up with Lao Hei's appetite, but your strength is a bit weak. Xiao Chen, as a human, can actually understand Dabai's words and communicate freely. Moreover, Xiao Chen summoned the Great White out of thin air, which is really similar to the methods of the Beast Master. I'm really unlucky. I spent so much money to cultivate you foodies. Woo woof. You dare to argue, if you don't give me some spiritual power this year, then no wonder I stewed you directly. Woo woof. It is obvious that Dabai did not pay any attention to Xiao Chen's threat. Speaking of which, Xiao Chen has said this threat not 1,000 times, but also 100 times. In fact, Xiao Chen is already a down-to-earth beast tamer. Moreover, he now has 5 solid spirit beasts. No, it cannot be called a spirit beast. It should be said that it is not an exaggeration to be a mortal beast or a domestic animal. When Xiao Chen arrived in this world, he found that he carried a spiritual beast space with him. Xiao Chen was able to summon Dabai casually, naturally because of this space. The royal beast space, such a sharp artifact, made Xiao Chen extremely uncomfortable to use. Only weaker spirit beasts can be tamed, there is still a limit to the number of these spirit beasts. Now, the maximum number of spiritual beasts that Xiao Chen can wield is 5. What's even more deadly is that he can only guard against spirit beasts weaker than himself. You should know that Xiao Chen is just an ordinary person without any cultivation talent. The weaker spirit beasts than him are only those cats and dogs. What's even more frustrating is that at that time, Xiao Chen first subdued 3 of the most gentle little white rabbits in order to experiment in this spiritual beast space. Then, in the quiet of the night, he secretly took in a black pig cub. Realizing that this space was indeed useful, Xiao Chen set his gaze on the newborn litter of dogs. It doesn't matter if you can't tame the spirit beasts. If you can build a large army of dozens of evil dogs, it will also have some combat effectiveness. Ideal is indeed very abundant, but after he tamed Dabai, he discovered a problem. The number of spirit beasts has reached the upper limit. Is there an upper limit on the number of contracted spirit beasts, Nima? Xiao Chen's mentality was a bit shattered, and after half a day, he made some of this. Treating rabbits as spiritual beasts, he can also be considered the first person in the world of beasts, right? There is an upper limit to the number of spirit beasts in the contract, and the dream of wandering around with evil dogs and going up and down to the sea has been shattered. The mistake I made, no matter how difficult the road is, I have to walk on, right? Even if it's a rabbit, I'll keep you fat and white. As the only wealthy second generation in Xiaojia village, Xiao Chen thinks this is not a difficult task. Xiao Chen is someone who wants face, even if it's a rabbit, it's also his Xiao Chen's rabbit. However, shortly after setting up his bold words, Xiao Dasho regretted it, quite regretful. These 5 spirit beasts can be eaten one by one, and he has been raising them for over a decade. For this reason, he even carried the curse of being a spendthrift. Now, everyone in Xiaojia village knows that the young master of the Xiao family spends a lot of money every month to fulfill his dream of being a beast tamer. The spirit beast space is actually a closed space like a house of only a few square sizes. Xiao Chen had no idea how this thing was put into his body. Even he was not sure if the spiritual beast space was inside his body. 5 spirit beasts, placed in such a small space, are actually quite crowded. These spirit beasts have been raised for over a decade and their strength has not improved much, but their flesh has grown quite a bit. Those 3 little white rabbits, now in shape, are almost the same as the little goats from their past lives. Xiao Chen doesn't want others to know about owning spatial artifacts. So, most of these 5 spirit beasts also spent their time inside spatial spiritual artifacts. Xiao Chen also wanted to enter this special space to have a look, but despite multiple attempts, he failed to achieve any results. Other things can empty the space of spirit beasts, but he himself can only use his mind to see the situation inside the space. Tomorrow, I will go to the county town and spend all my money. Then, I will see if I can buy something useful for you. 10,000 taels of silver is already a huge sum of money. A normal family can eat and wear for a year for 10 taels of silver. If you smash the silver like this, Xiao Chen won't believe it and won't be able to produce any splashes. Anyway, he must cultivate a genuine spirit beast. If the silver has been spent without any results, then come back to me to grind and plow the fields. Xiao Chen still made a fierce threat before recalling Dabai to the spirit beast's base. Yes, that's all he can pose the greatest threat to these foodies. Chapter 2. This is a mentally disabled person. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xiao Chen has been here for over a decade, and his understanding of this world seems to be limited to Xiaojia village. The people here work at sunrise and rest at sunset, living a peaceful life. The people here, pure and simple, that's true simplicity. Just like his old servants, they have limited knowledge and are somewhat stubborn, but they are truly not bad. Of course, this is just what Xiao Dasho thinks. For Xiao Chen, life here is really boring when it comes to boredom. It seems that his cheap father, as well as the servants at home, never mentioned the outside world to him. It was only through his deliberate inquiry that he gained some understanding about the Beast Master. Pinyin County is said to be hundreds of miles away from Xiaojia village, separated by vast mountains. Speaking of which, Xiao Chen has never been to Pinyin County before. It's over 200 miles away. If you hurry up, you can arrive in 2 or 3 days. Of course, it's impossible to walk at such a long distance. I have raised 5 foodies, but at critical moments, I have to take them out for a walk. Dabai, I'll leave this matter to you. Nowadays, Dabai doesn't look like a dog, but instead has a body shape similar to horses from previous lives. It's a pity that you don't have to use it as a means of transportation just because of your appearance. In fact, Old Black has greater strength, but Xiao Chen really dislikes its appearance. With its 2 tusks of over 10 centimeters, it is insulated from its mount. I don't know why, the little suckling pig that used to be able to see has become a powerful and domineering wild boar when raised. Yes, let's call it domineering for now. Woo-woo. Upon hearing this voice, Xiao Chen knew that Dabai's mood was not very good. Why, you want to just eat and not work? Xiao Chen ignored the protesting Xiao Bai and sat directly on him. Well, it's very stable. I feel like you can carry 2 people now. After spending so much money, this can finally be used once. Riding a white horse and galloping in brocade clothes is also a very comfortable thing. If you don't look at the huge package on Xiao Chen's body, from a distance, he really looks a bit like a handsome young man dressed in fresh clothes and angry horses. Those packages, of course, contain the rations of those foodies. Food cannot be placed in spatial artifacts. Those guys, as much food as you dare put in, they can finish it for you in a day. Drive. Xiao Chen drove the Great White, shuttling between the steep mountains and feeling the cool breeze in front of him. Xiao Chen was in a great mood. You have to be as fast as a 100-meter flying person at this speed, so I didn't take care of you in vain. Whether or not Dabai can advance to a higher rank in the future and be used as a mount, it is still very good. From Xiaojia village to the county town, most of the experiences along the way are mountains and rivers, not even a single village. After walking for a long time, Xiao Chen didn't even see a living person. He saw many wild beasts and snakes and insects. If he walks alone, it will probably take 3 or 2 days to get out of these mountains. Xiaojia village, it turns out to be so remote. Normally, Xiao Chen didn't realize this problem when he saw that the population in Zhao's village was still quite large. Walking and stopping, by noon on the 3rd day, Xiao Chen's rations had already been depleted. Fortunately, this place is getting closer and closer to the county town, and there are also more and more families on the roadside. As long as there is someone with money on their body, buying some food is the easiest thing to do. Woo woof. The loud cry of Dabai echoed in the mountains. Got it, I'll find you something to eat soon. Xiao Chen was speechless. It had been half a day since he shouted, hungry. Although the few foodies in the space didn't say they were hungry, the rumbling of their stomachs had already sold them out. 60 or 70 pounds of food, in less than 2 days, they were all eaten up. If you want to find something to eat, it's okay. Your nose is sensitive, find it yourself. It's rare to come out and have a huge sum of money. If given the opportunity, it's better to have a good meal. By the way, give these foodies an appetizer. Yes, those 3 rabbits have all fallen in love with eating meat now. When it comes to finding food, the Bai's speed skyrocketed, completely different from his listless appearance just now. Sure enough, once foodies have motivation, the power is infinite. Finally, Xiao Chen embarked on a larger road. More importantly, in these 2 days, he saw humans for the first time. This is also the first time he has seen people outside of Xiaojia village since he came to this world. Dabai, run along the road and you will definitely find something to eat. In less than half a pillar of incense, Dabai stopped in front of a magnificent building. Uli Restaurant. On this roadside, there is actually a grand restaurant open. You should know that although the foot traffic here is decent, opening a big restaurant in this area should be a loss, right? People in this world don't have such a lack of business acumen, do they? Woo woof. The urgent voice of Dabai interrupted Xiao Chen's thoughts. What it didn't know was that his shout actually caught the attention of many people. Wow, it's actually a big dog. Yeah, I thought it was a horse. This person is too ruthless, he actually uses his dog as a mount. The first time I go out, I haven't had a chance to socialize yet, and it seems like I'm about to be pointed at and experience a social death. However, Xiao Daxiao is not an ordinary person, he is a person of 2 generations. Xiao Chen doesn't have any outstanding abilities, but when it comes to that, he still has some face. Xiao Chen ignored all the sounds and walked straight to the restaurant. It's already a few hundred pounds of food, what kind of dog is it called? It's a bit too much. Sir, please come inside. This waiter is very enthusiastic when he sees a guest coming to his door. Well, find a private room, a bigger one. Xiao Chen emphasized that private rooms must be large. A few foodies need to eat, so we can only find a private room. Otherwise, if someone sees someone feeding pigs in the restaurant, I don't know what their mood is. What a person wants is the largest private room, which looks like a wealthy second generation who doesn't miss money. There may be a big business coming to your door, and the waiter's spirit will be immediately established. Okay, guest, come with me. After giving out 1 or 2 silver coins, Xiao Chen was quickly taken to a large room. Those who can easily give a reward of 1 or 2 silver are big customers. However, the dishes ordered by this customer seem a bit overwhelming. The waiter looked at the menu with uncertainty and carefully asked, a roasted whole lamb, 10 jin cooked meat, 30 jin rice. In addition, there are dozens of dishes. My guest, are you serious? The waiter has hosted so many guests, he has never seen anyone so capable of eating. Yes, he's a bit skeptical now, this may not be a wealthy second generation. Rice is weighed in tens of pounds, which wealthy second generation is this? Of course I'm serious. What's wrong with my large appetite? Well, that's not a problem. However, our store has a rule, which is to check out first. I apologize for this, young master. Xiao Chen immediately understood that the other party was afraid of eating a domineering meal. This Nima, who do you look down on? How much is it? I'll give you 0, a total of 30 taels of silver. 30 taels of silver per meal is already a sky-high price. However, he still paid the money readily. Yes, he is also the richest son of Xiaojia village now. No, after his father left, he was already the richest man. Although there is some heartache, young people value face more. Is it okay for a household with 10,000 yuan to spend 30 yuan on food? After the waiter left, he still felt unbelievable. This person actually paid the money. Although the price of dishes in this restaurant is expensive, the speed of serving is still acceptable. In less than a pillar of incense, all the dishes have been served. Before Xiao Chen could close the door, he could not wait to bite the roasted whole lamb. I'll go, why are you in such a hurry? Xiao Chen was speechless, so he quickly pulled off a leg of lamb and started eating it in large bites. Even later, he can't even eat a bite of meat. The grilled meat in this world, although not as rich in seasoning as in previous lives, is truly delicious due to its texture. However, Xiao Chen's appetite is only that small. The remaining food was eaten up by a few foodies, leaving no bones at all. The wind swept away the remnants of the clouds, sweeping them away. Judging from their appearance, it seems like they can still eat some more. The appetite of a few guys made Xiao Chen very scared. After finishing, let's continue on the road. Xiao Chen didn't want to waste too much time, so he just took the bite and continued on the road. Here, it's only a dozen miles away from the county town. Debai's speed was even faster than he thought, as if he could arrive earlier. For the first time entering the city, Xiao Chen was also eagerly anticipating it. Will the county towns in this world be the same as those in ancient China? There should be legendary warriors here, right? Is it possible to see the Beast Master? Xiao Chen is also someone who has seen the lights and wine, and has insight. But he couldn't help but fantasize and wished he could fly to Pinyin County immediately. Debai, accelerate when you're full. Coming out of Uli restaurant, I didn't go far and just accelerated. At this moment, Xiao Chen saw a person suddenly blocking the front of the road. A young master in brocade, looks like he's only 18 or 19 years old. I'll go, do you understand some traffic rules? Xiao Chen was very speechless. Suddenly, a person flashed out and bumped into someone. You know, at this moment, Debai's speed is not slow at all. Stop. Xiao Chen grabbed onto Debai's hair tightly and didn't rush out because of the sudden braking. Brother, look at the road. Xiao Chen just thought that this person was accidentally blocking in front. This road belongs to my family. It's up to me the final say whether to look at it or not. A crisp voice, a white face. The key is that this person dresses even better than Xiao Chen, much better. How do you look at it? This person is a wealthy young master. However, this person's speech is a bit unpleasant. Moreover, from this person's haughty appearance, he looked at Xiao Chen with a slanted gaze, which made young Master Xiao very uncomfortable. Your home's road. Xiao Chen was speechless. This was his first time traveling, and he encountered a mentally disabled person. For such people, he is too lazy to argue too much with him. When going out, it's better to do less than to do more. Of course, since this road belongs to my family, it's a bit against the rules for you to step on it casually now. Upon hearing this, Xiao Chen understood what it meant. In his past life, there was a saying called, I opened this mountain, I planted this road. What, according to what you mean, do you want to charge some tolls? Being robbed by a young master, this kind of thing was unexpectedly encountered by Xiao Chen. I don't care about your toll fee. Moreover, I don't want to make things difficult for you, a country kid. So, you keep your mount and the people can leave. Full of a sense of superiority, after grabbing someone's mount, he let Xiao Chen go as if it were still a great gift to him. How could Xiao Chen endure such a situation as a passionate young man? I turned out to be interested in my mount. It's an ordinary beast, and surprisingly, some people would want it too. Xiao Chen was speechless. After all, Debai was just a stronger-looking big dog. Speaking of which, it really doesn't have much value. Woo woof. Debai protested loudly, partly because someone actually wanted to take him away. On the other hand, it was because of Xiao Chen's words that it hurt a bit of self-esteem. Unexpectedly, Debai's performance caught the young master's eye. Not bad, not only is this dog very good at eating, but it also has a human touch. Perhaps one day, it can truly evolve into a spirit beast. By then, Li Haotian will be considered a beast tamer. Having a spirit beast means gaining some strength. For a person without cultivation talent, having a spirit beast would bring too many benefits. How do you know it's delicious? No, you're from Yuelian. Xiao Chen immediately realized that this person was definitely related to the Yuelian. Otherwise, the other party wouldn't know that Dabai is a foodie. In the eyes of others, Dabai has eaten dozens of pounds of rice and meat alone. You're smart, a smart person, and usually very sensible. Get off my mount right away, otherwise I'll let you know my way of doing things. What a mental disability. Xiao Chen was very speechless. With these few words of kung fu, how could Dabai become his mount? Whose mount belongs to is up to his master, the final say. He looked at the young man who looked thin and weak again, feeling very confident in his heart. Such a weak and unaffected person, I can hit too with one hand. Rush over and hit me, it's mine. Xiao Chen was too lazy to bother with the young man and directly instructed Dabai to take action. It's not possible to bump into someone, but if Dabai's body collides, this kid is probably going to lie down for some time. Kid, blocking and robbing is a technical job that you can't do. Xiao Chen thought very simply, give this kid a lesson, and then quickly leave. Dabai's speed is so fast, who can catch up with him then? On his first long-distance trip to this world, Master Xiao was ready to hit and run. However, the situation is different from what Xiao Chen thought. When Dabai collided with the young man in the brocade, there was no scene of people tumbling around as Xiao Chen had imagined. On the contrary, Dabai seemed to have hit a hard stone and was bounced back heavily. Moreover, Xiao Chen could clearly hear a loud bang as he hit the hard object. Ow! Dabai let out a scream, and its head actually bled. The impact just now weighed several hundred pounds. However, such a strong impact seemed to have no effect on this young man. This matter was completely beyond Xiao Chen's understanding, and he couldn't react for a moment. Humph, ignorant country boy. Across from you is a warrior who has already cultivated spiritual power. Let an ordinary beast collide with my armor, it's like seeking death. A warrior. Xiao Chen has heard of this word, but he is still not very clear about what a warrior is all about. However, he quickly gained a deeper understanding of the term warrior. Especially, Xiao Chen has a more thorough understanding of the power of a warrior's fist. He was punched flying, which is not an exaggeration at all. It should have flown over 2 meters. Xiao Chen wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth and coughed violently. Then he saw that Li Haotian had left with Dabai. You go first, I'll find a chance to meet you later. Dabai's thoughts reached directly into Xiao Chen's heart. He now understands that he cannot defeat an unknown warrior no matter what. Moreover, the other party took Dabai away, obviously not for the purpose of killing dogs and eating meat. So, there is currently no danger for Dabai. Well, seize the opportunity to escape. It's really not possible, I'll come and save you. Xiao Chen is also a person who knows current affairs very well. When he cannot defeat him, he must first endure it. Although he said that, he still felt very frustrated in his heart. Before he even reached the county town, his mount was stolen by someone. The key is that the other party seems to be really a wealthy second generation, much stronger than him, a wealthy second generation from a mountainous village. Warriors. For this word, Ji was burning in Xiao Chen's heart. Will he be able to fly a big man with just one punch when he cultivates a spirit beast? He also has some self-protection power in front of warriors. Li Haotian, isn't he? One day, I will bring back this scene. Of course, Xiao Chen only dared to say this in his heart. After all, he doesn't want to get punched again. Now, he feels like his bones are about to break, and if he gets another punch, he probably will really die. On the first day of going out, I unexpectedly met the legendary warrior who was 1 in a million. Can my luck be too good? According to the people of Xiaojia village, martial artists are very, very rare. Chapter 3. Mutation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Originally, Xiao Chen thought that he would come back to the county town in one day. Now it seems that before Dabai is rescued, he cannot go back. Fortunately, the 10,000 taels of silver on my body were not stolen. I guess Li Haotian didn't expect that a rural kid would carry so much money with him. Perhaps the other party may not be interested in these silver coins. Without his mount, Xiao Chen could only walk to the county town on his own. Pingyuan County is just a small border town on the west side of Tianyuan Kingdom. Continuing west leads to the vast and endless forest. Outside the east gate of Pingyuan City, Xiao Chen stared at the ancient city wall for a long time. These cities were not high or grand, but they gave him an insurmountable feeling. Moreover, the three big characters of Pingyuan City have a unique charm, as if they contain some kind of power that directly reaches the heart. Get out of the way, get out of the way. A group of people, riding high-headed horses, rampaging and speeding into Pingyuan City. A warrior. Xiao Chen vaguely felt that there seemed to be a different kind of aura on these people. Moreover, Xiao Chen also saw that several people easily dodged a few meters to avoid the knight's impact. This reaction speed, Xiao Chen asked himself, was far behind. These people are all warriors. All the martial artists are his mother martial artists. Xiao Chen was a bit speechless. Why are there so many martial artists? Isn't it true that a warrior only appeared in Xiaojia village for decades or even centuries? Now, Xiaojia village doesn't even have a warrior. In less than half a day, Xiao Chen seemed to have seen dozens of warriors. Look, flying spirit beast. In the crowd, there were cries of surprise. Xiao Chen looked up and saw a scene that he would never forget in his lifetime. A beautiful woman in green stood on a huge five-colored divine bird, slowly flying over the city wall. A bit far apart, Xiao Chen couldn't see the woman's appearance clearly, but the radiance emitted by the spirit beast was enough to captivate people. Is this the beast master? Xiao Chen really envied this beast tamer. He thought of Dabai again, unsure of what kind of life he was living at this moment. Compared to this divine bird, although the same mount, Dabai is much inferior. However, Dabai is Xiao Chen's companion who has been raised for over a decade, so this relationship is naturally extremely deep. What kind of world is this? Xiao Chen was full of doubts in his heart, and he had realized that he had done the right thing this time. In Xiaojia village, flying spirit beasts can never be seen in any way. Pingyuan County is just a remote place. But there are definitely quite a few warriors here. According to this reasoning, it can only be said that there are countless warriors in this world. Suddenly, Xiao Chen realized that around him, it seemed like everyone was stronger than him. This is not a legal society. If someone were to have thoughts about the money on him, it would be a very scary thing. Xiao Chen instinctively tightened his pocket and looked around. Fortunately, no one noticed him. The city should be safer, we need to hurry inside. The entry fee is 1 or 2 silver coins. The words of the two guards interrupted Xiao Chen's thoughts. Well, what, you said 1 or 2 silver coins. Why, can't you afford it? If you can't afford it, get out of the way and don't block others' way. The guardians of this world clearly lack the heart to serve the people. Their attitude, let alone that. Pay, I pay. Although 1 or 2 silver coins were expensive, Xiao Chen readily handed them over. Let's just ignore the contemptuous looks from those 2 guards. Pingyuan County is not very large in size. However, there is everything that should be here. Xiao Chen held a huge sum of money, but he didn't dare to buy things easily. Instead, he wandered around the city first. Xiao Chen was not particularly interested in ordinary household items such as grain, cloth, and livestock. His attention was mainly focused on selling weapons, pills, and other items used by warriors. Ling Dan, Ling Yao, Ling Chao, Ling Qi, Ling Beast. Everything carries a spirit word. Xiao Chen suddenly understood why he had been unable to cultivate spirit beasts. Previously, the food he gave his spiritual beasts to eat was very abundant, but only one thing was missing. Spiritual power. This spiritual power seems to be extremely important for spiritual beasts, martial artists, and various professions. That is to say, now he needs to find something with spiritual power and feed his spiritual beast. Perhaps there will be unexpected gains. Having figured this out, Xiao Chen's goal became very clear. Yes, he wants to find items with spiritual power. After wandering around the county town for an hour, night arrived. As soon as night fell, the crowd on the street decreased by more than half. This situation made Xiao Chen realize that being in the county town at night may not necessarily be safe. So he quickly found an inconspicuous small inn and stayed there. The next day, he prepared to buy some spiritual grass and give it to those rabbits to eat first. After all, the appetite of rabbits is much smaller than that of Old Black. In this case, the trial and error cost will be much lower. Of course, before that, Xiao Chen still ordered a lot of food and fed these 4 snacks to their full capacity. Lying on the narrow bed, Xiao Chen didn't feel sleepy at all. Everything he saw today had a significant impact on his worldview. Moreover, he has some expectations for tomorrow in his heart. While he was tossing and turning, he suddenly felt a sharp pain spreading throughout his body. This pain penetrates deep into the bone marrow and reaches the divine soul. "I'll go, what's going on? It's too painful, isn't it?" The sudden pain almost made Xiao Chen shout out loud. He curled up and trembled all over. Sweat instantly soaked through his body, causing severe pain and even causing him to lose consciousness. He just instinctively rolled on the bed, tearing at his clothes. He doesn't even know what's going on, he has been disease-free and painless all these years. Is the food I just ate toxic? This is a county town, isn't it a black shop? Subconsciously, Xiao Chen was about to leave this black shop. However, the pain all over his body made him unable to move. What he didn't notice was that when he was in unbearable pain, his spiritual beast space seemed to expand a bit. Moreover, at the top of the space, there seems to be an extremely faint shadow added. The appearance of that phantom is clearly a big dog. The pain lasted for an hour, and Xiao Chen finally gasped and slowly recovered. What's going on? I feel like I'm almost dying. After his body slowly recovered, Xiao Chen realized something was wrong. Firstly, the recovery speed is also too fast. Secondly, while he was struggling just now, he seemed to accidentally break the bedboard. My strength seems to have increased. What's going on with this special thing? Xiao Chen carefully examined his body and found that he had undergone a significant change. Perhaps due to the discharge of a large amount of sweat, his feeling was unprecedentedly comfortable. After severe pain, suddenly becomes very comfortable. What is going on? What Xiao Chen didn't know was that a tiny trace of gas suddenly appeared in his dantian. If other cultivators see it, they will definitely understand that it is a faint spiritual energy, an extremely weak spiritual energy. A useless body that cannot be cultivated suddenly has an additional spiritual power in its body, which is indeed quite eerie. However, such a strange thing has indeed happened. As a party involved, Xiao Chen knew nothing. Master, the space has increased a bit. Among several foodies, the one who would honestly call his master is naturally Little White Rabbit. Besides, those 2 goods have always only been called by his name. Has it grown bigger? Xiao Chen observed his spirit beast space and found that the space had indeed become larger. Moreover, there seemed to have been some other unknown changes in this space. Can the spirit beast space still expand? Is there something wrong with Dabai? It was so painful just now, isn't it Dabai who died? Perhaps it is because of the special space of this spirit beast that Xiao Chen and his spirit beast can empathize with some things. After much thought, this matter can only be related to Dabai. Don't worry, Dabai is fine, I can feel it. Lao He spoke with great certainty. Sometimes, the intuition between spirit beasts is much more reliable than that of humans. I, as the master, don't even know why you feel it. We spend time together day and night, and naturally it's not something you can compare to. Upon hearing these words, Xiao Chen had an impulse to improve his diet and have a meal of pork tomorrow. Chapter 4. The True Second Generation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Sleepless all night. Xiao Chen has confirmed that his strength has really increased significantly. Previously, he could only carry around 100 pounds, but now his strength is estimated to be close to 200 pounds. Moreover, Xiao Chen found that his perception of the surrounding environment seemed to have improved significantly. For example, when the shopkeeper came to collect the room, Xiao Chen had some perception before he even walked to the door. Shopkeeper, I used too much force last night and accidentally broke your bed. Xiao Chen was very helpless and had to compensate for destroying someone else's belongings. Too much force, are you alone? The shopkeeper's expression was exceptionally brilliant. Xiao Chen ignored the alarmed innkeeper and paid the money before leaving alone. Pinyin County is divided into east and west sides. Yesterday, Xiao Chen entered the county town through the east gate. The west gate connects endless forests. Most of the things used by monks are gathered to the west of Pinyin City. For things like spiritual power, Xiao Chen has no feeling at all. So, when it comes to purchasing herbs with spiritual power, Xiao Chen doesn't have any experience either. At this point, we can only compare our products with 3 others and take a closer look. There are several shops selling Lingqiao in Pinyin City. However, the types of spiritual herbs they sell are similar, and the prices are also similar. What Xiao Chen didn't know was that the spiritual herbs that would be publicly sold outside were those that were easy to plant, grew quickly, and lacked spiritual power. For example, the purple spirit grass in Xiao Chen's hand can be planted in large quantities as long as it is a piece of spiritual field. However, even so, the price of purple spirit grass is outrageously high. Boss, these 1,000 taels of silver per plant are selling too expensive. Can they be a little cheaper? A penny is worth a lot, you can buy it if you want. That fat shopkeeper seems a bit impatient. Xiao Chen doesn't understand. Isn't it necessary to greet customers with a smile when doing business? Not to mention being treated like a god, Xiao Chen seems a bit disrespected as a customer. 10,000 taels of silver, buy 10 plants, and you can give 1 plant as a gift. How about that? The boss didn't speak, but his attitude was already very clear. Refuse. Boss, I will come back often in the future. Doing business, small streams flow for a long time. When buying something, you can always lower the price by grinding and grinding. 1,000 silver taels of spirit grass, getting an extra 1 is a big advantage. Okay, I ran into someone like you early in the morning. I bought so few things and even negotiated for half a day. Xiao Chen was taken aback for a moment. The transaction of 10,000 taels of silver is not a big deal, is it still relatively small? At this moment, Xiao Chen saw a woman in red enter the shop. Boss, come some purple spirit grass. Okay, come right away. Miss Li, this is the best purple spirit grass that can be used to feed your family's red horses. It's the best. Facing Miss Li, the boss is much more attentive. The red horse is probably also a kind of spiritual beast. Well, I'll take all the amount you have. Xiao Chen suspected himself, did he hear it wrong? Do you want it all? There are probably tens of thousands of purple spirit grass plants here, right? Multiplying tens of thousands of plants by 1,000, isn't that tens of millions of silver taels? Moreover, this woman has not even paid any price. Compared to that, Xiao Chen himself felt that his previous bargaining was somewhat motherly. Xiao Chen originally thought that he was a wealthy person. Now it seems that the purchasing power of this silver can indeed buy a lot of things such as food. However, purchasing these spiritual herbs seems insignificant. Seeing such a wealthy guest, Xiao Chen couldn't help but take another look at the girl in red. Good-looking, more energetic, giving people a sense of heroism. More importantly, this person is young and still so wealthy. Okay, I'll pack it for you right away. The boss's chubby face was about to burst into laughter. No need, I have a storage bag. What is a storage bag? Xiao Chen remained motionless as he looked at the woman in red next to him. She didn't do anything and 2 rows of purple spirit grass disappeared into place. The boss was not surprised by this at all. Obviously, this is a normal phenomenon again. Is a storage bag, like a spirit beast space, used to hold things? Xiao Chen felt that his worldview seemed to have been greatly challenged again. With various doubts, Xiao Chen looked at the girl in red and completed the entire transaction. What shocked Xiao Chen even more was that she did not take out a large amount of silver bills, but instead gave the boss several nearly transparent stones. Is that all? Xiao Chen was speechless. What are these stones? Xiao Chen originally wanted to ask, what are those stones? However, that girl took the initiative to talk to him. Hey, what do you mean by keeping staring at me like this? A slightly angry voice reached Xiao Chen's ears. At the same time, he saw the girl in red and pulled out a whip, swinging it in the air. Xiao Chen is not sure how powerful that whip is. However, the sound was loud, and the airflow stirred by the whip blew his hair. Well, there's nothing else to it. I just looked at the girl as beautiful as a flower and gave her 2 extra glances. As a person of 2 generations, Xiao Chen is very shrewd. You can tell at a glance that this woman is not easy to deal with, so don't offend her at this time. Based on past life experiences, it's never wrong to praise a girl who looks good when you see her. However, Xiao Chen did not expect that as soon as he finished speaking, a real whip greeted him. Pop pop. A few hard as iron whips fiercely struck Xiao Chen. Pain, it really hurts, it hurts so hot. Even after being whipped twice, Xiao Chen felt that all his internal organs had been shaken. Getting 2 soft whips feels uncomfortable. Just a few days ago, I've been beaten up every day. If you don't agree with a word, you can start a big fight. Ding Tu Langzi, how dare you flirt with this girl? At this moment, the girl in red, with her beautiful face, had a fierce and terrifying expression on her face. Flirting. This is not flirting, this is praise, okay? Where did you flirt with the words and tone? Misunderstanding, I don't have it. Xiao Chen felt that it was with the greatest perseverance that he struggled to utter these words. Yes, if he doesn't explain clearly, he's afraid the other party will give him another 2 lashes. He dare not say much. In this world, big fists make sense. Moreover, Xiao Chen clearly felt that this woman's strength was definitely far superior to the Li Haotian she met yesterday. If it weren't for last night's incident, which greatly increased his physical strength, he would have doubted whether he could bear these whips. Pay attention to me, if you dare to bully women again in the future, I won't hit my back with these whips. The girl in red didn't say it explicitly, but as Xiao Chen followed her gaze, he suddenly felt a chill below. Inexplicably beaten up by someone, Xiao Chenling didn't dare to say a word more, but watched the fiery woman leave. After all, Xiao Chen is still a coward. Wait for me. Xiao Chen cursed in his heart again. Li Haotian, Miss Li, is he having a grudge against someone surnamed Li? Until the girl in red walked away, Xiao Chen still hadn't recovered. The boss surprisingly changed his attitude towards Xiao Chen and helped him up. I admire you, brother. Your strength is average, but even Miss Li dares to flirt with you. Brother, you are using your life to attract girls. I really admire you. Is Miss Li very famous? What do you think of the daughter of the Lord's mansion? Besides her identity, she is more famous for her martial arts skills. What is more famous than her strength is her fiery temper. Xiao Chen doesn't know what kind of strength a so-called martial artist is. However, with this strength, it should be easy to kill him. What's this woman's name? Li Ro. Li Ro. Where did she soften her hot temper? Chapter 5. Yes, I am a beast tamer. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xiao Chen has already experienced firsthand the dangers of this world. On the second day after leaving Xiaojia village, he was beaten twice and even robbed by Dabai. When he returned to the inn, it was already several hours later. I have a back injury, but it is extremely inconvenient to move around. As soon as the door closed, Xiao Chen quickly took out 11 purple spirit grasses and summoned a little white rabbit. Hurry up, eat it. These spiritual herbs were exchanged by Xiao Chen with all his wealth. Now, he can't wait to know the effect of these spiritual herbs. Xiao Bai looked at the purple-scented spiritual grass, and his eyes were also full of light. Obviously, these spiritual grasses are the food of its dreams. Take one first and see what happens. It's better to be cautious when using Lingqiao for the first time. A purple spirit grass is actually very small in quantity. Xiao Bai even swallowed the spiritual grass with just a curl of his tongue. What do you feel? Xiao Bai shook his head. Didn't you taste a single one? Come back then. Xiao Chen didn't expect that the most gentle little white would actually roll a handful of purple spirit grass directly into his stomach this time. What's even more frustrating is that this time the little white paper is even bigger than before. I'll let you have another one. Why did you swallow all of it? Xiao Chen was speechless. When did these two foodies break the goods and start to grab food? He wants to stop, it's too late. Moreover, what it sees is the innocent gaze of Xiao Bai. Forget it, it's all for you to eat. Just don't push it too hard. Sure enough, with Xiao Chen's words, Xiao Bai nodded hard and then went straight back to the spirit beast space to sleep. Is this spirit grass really useful? Xiao Chen is very speechless and hasn't received any feedback yet. Why did he sleep first? Just go to sleep. I didn't sleep all night yesterday and got beaten again today. Xiao Chen is also a bit tired. This night, Xiao Chen slept exceptionally sweet. In his sleep, he felt that he had become a great imperial master, with countless heavenly-level spirit beasts under his command, sweeping away all enemies. When I woke up the next day, the sun was already rising. In fact, if he wants to continue sleeping and sleep for another day, it probably won't be a problem. However, early in the morning, he was constantly called out by the novice. What's wrong? Let me sleep a little longer. What's wrong? I advanced. If you advance, then advance. Let me sleep a little longer. Xiao Chen's eyes were drowsy. Wait, what are you saying? Xiao Chen suddenly realized what Xiao Bai meant. He didn't feel any sleepiness anymore and quickly got up to explore his divine thoughts into the spiritual beast space. Originally, three identical Xiao Bai, Xiao Chen, could not tell who was who. Now, Xiao Chen looked at it at a glance, and one of the little white ones appeared much more agile. Without saying a word, Xiao Chen summoned the newly promoted spirit beast and carefully observed it for a long time. This is the spirit beast. After advancing, I haven't seen any growth, have I? Xiao Bai, isn't it true that all spirit beasts have various abilities? Hurry up and see if you have awakened any abilities. After more than a decade of hard work, now I can finally have some harvest. Ability. Does that count? Xiao Chen saw that a tiny ice ball was spitting out from Xiao Bai's mouth. Is that all? Xiao Chen was speechless. This ice hockey has no power at all. This kind of ability is not the same. Not enough spiritual power. It's spiritual power again, and Xiao Chen is also speechless. He doesn't have the money to buy purple spirit grass anymore. Master, rest assured that I may slowly absorb the spiritual power of heaven and earth myself. After a while, my spiritual power will be replenished. At that time, my master can also benefit me. Yes, some of my spiritual power will be transferred to you. Transferring spiritual power to oneself does not mean that he also has the hope of becoming a warrior. This kind of good thing is simply not too beautiful. How much is a portion? 1 or 2%. Upon hearing this number, Xiao Chen's originally excited mood instantly cooled down. 1 or 2%, what can it be used for? Anyway, now Xiao Chen is already a beast tamer. After arriving in this world, Xiao Chen's first goal was achieved. Although Xiao Bai's spiritual power has not yet been restored, its physical strength and speed have greatly increased. At least now, it has become extremely difficult for Xiao Chen to catch Xiao Bai. Finally, he has some combat power. If one day he can advance all 5 spirit beasts, then facing a warrior like Li Haotian, there should be no problem. Xiao Bai needs to absorb the spiritual power between heaven and earth, and temporarily keep it outside. Accompanied by a rabbit the size of a little goat, it was quite eye-catching. So, when going out, Xiao Chen must put Xiao Bai back in the space. Otherwise, if one day another person falls in love with Xiao Bai, the matter will be troublesome. Let's rest for a few days, and then find a way to save Dabai. After rescuing Dabai, he naturally returned to Xiaojia village. At home, there are 7 loyal servants waiting for him to return. Moreover, compared to Xiaojia village, the outside world is too dangerous. Staying in Xiaojia village and slowly cultivating spiritual beasts is also a good choice. What Xiao Chen didn't know was that those 7 loyal servants, after playing outside for a few days, returned home and found the young master missing. They were already anxiously searching everywhere. In the next few days, Xiao Chen didn't run around, but bought a map and a book about common sense, and studied it carefully in the room. This Pinyin city is just a tiny county town in the Tianyuan Empire. From this picture, it seems that the Tianyuan Empire is very large. This map only indicates the scope of the Tianyuan Empire. Pinyin County is just a small dot on the map. To the west of Pinyin County, there are all forests. According to this label, there seem to be many dangerous places in the forest. The location of Xiaojia village is naturally not marked on the map. However, Xiao Chen can still find the approximate coordinates of Xiaojia village. There's a problem with this map. Why does it indicate the presence of monsters near Xiaojia village? You should know that Xiao Chen grew up in Xiaojia village from a young age. Not to mention monster beasts, there were not many wild beasts, and only gentle beasts appeared. Of course, the map is just a reference, there's no need to take it too seriously. As for the common sense of this world, Xiao Chen realized that there was still a lot he didn't know. For example, in this world, there are masters such as warriors, masters, warriors, and martial arts masters. At higher levels, there are even King Wu, Emperor Wu, and so on. What attracted Xiao Chen the most was that after the cultivator reached the martial arts realm, he could fly freely. The division of levels between demon beasts and spirit beasts is also very clear. Mortal level, human level, mystical level, earth level, heavenly level, as well as legendary sacred beasts, divine beasts, and so on. The current Xiao Bai is a level 1 demon beast, equivalent to the most ordinary warrior. The consumption in the city is still quite high. After staying at the inn for nearly 10 days, Xiao Chen had to temporarily leave. How many taels of silver does it cost to eat and stay a day? He can't hold on anymore. Fortunately, it seems that Xiao Bai's spiritual power has been replenished almost by now. At least, she can spit out an egg-sized ice hockey puck. Using an ice hockey puck to hit a person doesn't have much power. However, this is a means of remote attack. In the future, if all 3 novices have this offensive method, it can still have some effect. Next, naturally we need to find Dabai. Originally, Xiao Chen was going to the ULI in outside the city. However, he seems to have some connection with his spiritual beast. Dubai, it seems that he has also entered the city. Xiao Bai, let's take a look together. Where is Dubai? Xiao Bai pointed his paw in the direction of the city center, just like Xiao Chen. It seems that Xiao Bai is really in the center of the city. Quickly, Xiao Chen found his destination in front of a towering restaurant. Why is it still ULI restaurant? It's also ULI restaurant, but the restaurant here seems to be much more high-end than the one outside the city. Moreover, the people who enter and exit the ULI restaurant seem to have cultivation in their bodies. Xiao Chen can confirm that Xiao Bai is currently inside this restaurant. Everyone has come, so naturally we need to go in and take a look. This restaurant looks extraordinary no matter what. Xiao Chen, who only has a few taels of silver on him now, should not be able to afford the things here. Welcome, may I know which room the guest has reserved? The waiter at ULI restaurant remained so polite. Booking. Yeah, according to the hotel's rules, if you don't make a reservation, there's no room. They are all old customers, so I naturally know you need to make a reservation. Well, my friend booked a room, and I don't know which one it is. Which friend is that? The other party seemed to be about to break the clay pot and ask the whole question, but surprisingly took a pen and prepared to register. Xiao Chen doesn't even know anyone, he can name which friend. Oh, my friend is the daughter of the Lord's mansion, Miss Li Ro. Xiao Chen's spiritual light flashed and he uttered a name that made people's teeth itch with hatred. It doesn't matter if you tell some lies to save Dubai. Miss Li. The waiter looked at Xiao Chen suspiciously, seeming somewhat skeptical. Why, do you feel like I dare to impersonate Miss Li's friend? Her hot temper, and that whip, I've learned it before. Xiao Chen described it this way, and the credibility naturally increased a lot. However, the waiter still had some disbelief. Miss Li's friend is either rich or noble. What do I think of your excellency? The waiter looked up and down at Xiao Chen, his meaning unclear but metaphorical. When Xiao Chen left Xiaojia village, he still dressed like a dog. Now, after more than 10 days of tinkering, his clothes have long been a bit dirty and damaged. No matter how you look at it, it doesn't match either wealth or luxury. What's up, I'm a bit down on you. Great, what's your name? I really want to know more. After speaking, Xiao Chen summoned Xiao Bai directly and stared at the waiter intently. The more guilty you are, the more you need to pretend to be tough. The Beast Master. The waiter exclaimed in surprise, looking at him and seeing a beast tamer, it seemed quite unexpected. Yes, I am a down-to-earth beast tamer. Xiao Chen consciously raised his voice, full of confidence. It seems that his tattered clothes can no longer conceal the sharpness of the beast master. I'm really sorry, I didn't know you were a beast unloader. Hurry up, please come inside. Xiao Chen didn't expect that the identity of this beast tamer would be so useful. Forget it, I won't trouble you this time. Next time, keep your eyes open. Yes, I will definitely pay attention next time. The waiter unconsciously wiped his sweat. Chapter 6. I like to make friends. You are listening at novelfull.audio. ULI restaurant does not have as many people as imagined. Even to say, there are very few people here. This restaurant has 5 floors. It looks like the higher the room on this floor, the more upscale it is. Each floor seems to have dozens of private rooms. Xiao Chen pretended to walk around casually and glanced at the vegetable prices written on the wall. He didn't look at the specific price of each dish, but he saw that the unit of each dish was gold. 1 or 2 gold, but worth 100 taels of silver. Eating a meal here is probably enough to feed the people of Xiaojia village for a year. The wealth gap in this world, or the gap between cultivators and mortals, is much larger than imagined. Xiao Bai, your body is agile, take a look around. Dubai, it's in a room in this restaurant. However, Xiao Chen was also unable to find its specific location. He was a bit strange that now Dabai should have sensed that he was nearby, but why did the other party not respond? The host has arrived. It's always appropriate to give some reminders and make some noise, not to mention welcoming them. Now, the transmission between him and Dabai has a range of more than 10 meters, so it doesn't have much effect. Sir, please come inside. While Xiao Chen was looking around, a customer entered the ULI restaurant. Unexpectedly, this person walked straight towards Xiao Chen. Brother, I heard that you also came to Miss Li's appointment. This character makes Xiao Chen very nervous. Needless to say, it was the waiter who said something. The cultivator was extremely enthusiastic when he saw Xiao Chen. Seeing the enthusiastic cultivator, Xiao Chen had to squeeze out a smile. What is that despicable waiter doing with so much talk? And, Li Ro, did she really book a room here? A bad premonition surged into Xiao Chen's heart. You won't encounter that Li Shaxing here, will you? Yeah, everyone is the same. Xiao Chen only thought about it and quickly dealt with it, continuing to search for his spirit beast. That's great, we can come together. I forgot to introduce it, I'm Huang Xiaoshu. Huang Xiaoshu, this name doesn't feel like a good person. So it's Brother Huang, I'm Xiao Chen. So, you go up first, I have to wait for someone. Upon hearing Xiao Chen say he wanted to wait, Huang Xiaoshu became even happier. Waiting for someone. That would be great. I'll wait with Brother Xiao. People who know me know that I am the most popular person to make friends with. By the way, I heard that Brother Xiao is a beast tamer. Make friends with your sister. Xiao Chen thought to herself. Yeah, just the most basic beast tamer. Junior beast tamers are also powerful. In the future, if you can have 2 spirit beasts, your combat power will double. The combat power of 2 spirit beasts doubles. Xiao Chen really wants to say, if I have 5 spirit beasts, can I scare you to death? That's also about the future. Compared to Brother Huang, my strength is still far behind. Brother Xiao, don't be humble. Although I barely broke through to become a 7th level martial artist, there is still a gap compared to a genius like Miss Li. Although Huang Xiaoshu said so, the smug expression on his face couldn't be concealed. Xiao Chen didn't expect to give this product a chance to pack X. Of course, Xiao Chen has gained some understanding of the power system of cultivators. At a younger age than him, possessing the strength of a 7th level warrior is already very rare. Speaking of which, Xiao Chen is now also a warrior. However, his strength cannot even be considered as half a level. By the way, Brother Huang, why don't we go up first? In case we're late later, Miss Li won't be angry. Once again, Xiao Chen urged Huang Xiaoshu to leave first. He wants to save Dabai, but there's always someone around him. How can we save him? Don't worry, Brother Xiao. You won't be late. This time, Miss Li invited the distinguished guests from the mansion. Both the distinguished guests and Miss Li haven't arrived yet, so it's not appropriate for us to go first. A distinguished guest from the capital city. Pinyin County belongs to Daxing Prefecture. Are those distinguished guests from Daxing City? Brother Xiao, don't you know? I heard they're all young geniuses here. They're planning to go to the Endless Forest and seem to have some mission to complete. They called us together, hoping to give us a chance to participate in this mission. Endless Forest. Mission. Xiao Chen didn't want these inexplicable tasks. Moreover, even if he wanted to go, Li Ro wouldn't give him this opportunity. More importantly, his strength, even after going to the Endless Forest, can only serve as cannon fodder. Yeah, I heard their target is a human-level late-stage monster. Human-level late-stage monster, its strength is already comparable to that of a peak warrior. Although Li Ro was young, she became a martial artist. But there should still be a considerable gap between her and the peak martial artist. The two were talking when Xiao Chen saw a red figure in the distance, accompanied by a few people chatting and laughing, entering the ULI hotel. It's her. Xiao Chen quickly turned around, he didn't want to be seen by Li Ro. Huang Xiaoshu was different. When he saw Li Ro coming, he quickly welcomed her and warmly greeted her. Foolish. Xiao Chen gave a heartfelt greeting to Huang Hualao and asked how to turn around immediately. After finally getting rid of Huang Xiaoshu, Xiao Chen quickly opened a nearby door and sneaked in. Anyway, it's better than being seen by Li Ro. Standing on the aisle is sure to be noticed. Xiao Chen entered a private room on the second floor, which seemed quite luxurious. Originally, Xiao Chen had already planned and apologized to the person in the private room, saying that he had gone to the wrong room. If we delay a little longer, the matter will be considered over. However, as soon as he opened the private room, he was stunned. There was no one in the room, instead a table of fragrant food was placed. What are these things? Bear paws. Chicken wings with long arms. And those green vegetable leaves, how come they look even more advanced than purple spirit grass? The table was filled with vegetables, and Xiao Chen's appetite was greatly stimulated. However, he still held back. Once he ate these things, it would be difficult for him to vomit them out. However, Xiao Chen restrained himself. A certain foodie in the space could no longer resist. Master, I want to eat. Lao Hei's voice became even more urgent than before. Eat some hare, eat it, we'll both die here. Even if you die, you have to eat. This guy, for the sake of food, is really not afraid to die. It just doesn't work. I can advance by eating it. Upon hearing this, Xiao Chen's originally firm attitude changed somewhat. Are you sure? If you eat it, you can advance. Sure, I will become very strong. Xiao Chen knew that it was impossible to become very strong. However, if you can advance, it's still worth taking a little risk. If it's really not possible, let's leave first and then take Xiao Bai away later. Thinking of this, Xiao Chen's courage grew stronger. Hurry up, make a quick decision. Old Black's massive body appeared in the private room, and Xiao Chen retreated to the door, ready to retreat at any time. Ow! Lao Hei let out an excited howl. Fortunately, the room here seems to have sound insulation effects, and the sound inside cannot be heard from outside. Stop screaming, hurry up. No need for Xiao Chen to urge, Old Black has already opened up its gluttonous mouth. Others eat by chewing. Only Lao Hei eats by swallowing. Act within your means, don't let it hold you back. These things may have spiritual power. Xiao Chen would like to remind him that Lao Hei had already ignored him and directly cleaned up the entire table of food. I'll go, did you even swallow the bones? You're doing a bit too well, haven't you left any bone residue? Xiao Chen complained verbally, but his hands didn't stop. He directly took Old Black into the space spiritual weapon and quietly exited the room. Anyway, these things are not what he eats. Old Black is in the spirit beast space and no one can find them. Anyway, Xiao Chen wouldn't admit that this disappearing table of food was related to him. Chapter 7, Are You Not Giving Me Face? You are listening at novelfull.audio. As soon as he walked out of the room, Xiao Chen's face showed a joyful expression. Lao Hei, this foodie, has a really fast digestion speed. After just a while, Xiao Chen felt that his body was undergoing some changes again. This should be related to the part of spiritual power he received, and the spiritual power he received this time seems to be particularly abundant. Even Xiao Chen felt that there seemed to be some extremely faint energy in his dantian. Lao Hei, what exactly is the table of food you're eating? How does Xiao Chen feel that the spiritual power in his body is constantly replenishing? I don't know what it is, it's a great tonic anyway. Over the years, Old Black has also been eating coarse grains all year round. It has never seen these things before. Eating so much, are you okay? After eating so much, Xiao Chen still feels a bit worried. It's okay, it's just a bit bloated. In a few days, I probably won't be able to stand up. At this moment, Old Black lay motionless in the space like a dead pig. As long as you can't die. Xiao Chen felt that his spiritual beast space had expanded a bit more. He already knows that Old Black has really advanced. That table of dishes costs at least a few hundred taels of gold. Converted to tens of thousands of taels of silver. After a while of effort, Old Black actually ate the entire Xiaojia village. Anyway, this ULI restaurant is related to that guy Li Haotian. Perhaps this restaurant is owned by their family. So, after eating their table of spiritual food, Xiao Chen had no psychological burden at all. Even he had a sense of revenge. Unfortunately, Xiao Chen carefully investigated and never found such an empty private room again. Otherwise, he would never have been polite and let Old Black persist. Dubai hasn't been saved yet, but Lao He has advanced. Surprisingly happy. After decades of cultivation, I didn't expect to really advance, it was just an instant. Master, that guy from Dubai is on the 3rd floor. He's fine, he's sleeping soundly now. The figure of Xiao Bai quietly appeared next to Xiao Chen. Sleep soundly. Upon hearing this, Xiao Chen was a bit annoyed. He risked so much danger to save it, but this guy was actually busy sleeping. You go first in the space. Xiao Chen's mind moved and he took Xiao Bai into the spirit beast space. Then, he quickly walked up to the 3rd floor, ready to take the heartless guy back. However, as soon as he reached the 3rd floor, the front door creaked open. A familiar face met Xiao Chen's 4 eyes. Are you? I seem to have seen you somewhere before. Li Haotian, this guy, snatched Xiao Chen's spirit beast, but in just a few days, he couldn't remember his bitter master. This Nima, don't treat him like a person. Brother, you may have made a mistake. No, I won't make a mistake. I must have seen you somewhere. So, let's have a drink together first. Have a drink. This requirement is a bit abrupt. Xiao Chen absolutely refused Li Haotian's invitation in his heart. However, Li Gongzi's strength is much greater than he thought. Xiao Chen felt like he was being carried into the room like a rabbit. As soon as he entered the room, Xiao Chen saw that Dubai was lying on the ground, motionless. What's even more infuriating is that there is still a smell of alcohol on its body. This is not sleeping, this is getting drunk. Why, isn't it a bit surprising? It's been a few days since we last saw it. It's changed a lot now. Li Haotian's words were certainly spoken to Xiao Chen. You were just pretending to be silly. You said you can't remember me. That's natural, after all, I don't want anyone to know about things like robbing people and spirit beasts. However, after entering the room, it doesn't matter anymore. Is there any difference? There's a big difference. Each room here has a soundproof array. No matter how big the noise here is, you can't hear it outside. If I'm not happy and kill you, no one knows. It turned out to be a formation, yet it still has such a miraculous effect. Listen to what you mean, are you preparing to kill me? Li Haotian's current strength is naturally much stronger than Xiao Chen's. However, after entering the room, Xiao Chen's suspended heart relaxed. Because he saw that Dubai lying on the ground had actually advanced. Moreover, its strength may have reached the level of an ordinary 2nd level. These days, Bai probably hasn't eaten less spiritual things. Now, Xiao Chen suddenly understood why there was pain all over his body that night, and his physical fitness greatly improved. All of this may be related to Dubai. Dead dog, stop pretending, I know you're awake. Xiao Chen glanced at the sleeping big dog, very speechless. Xiao Chen, can you let me stay here for a few more days? The food and drinks here are delicious, and my strength has improved quickly. Shut up, you heartless guy. You're a typical mother with milk. For the sake of a few bites, this guy is actually going to recognize the thief as his father. 3 spirit beasts have all advanced. Xiao Chen can also be considered a half-warrior. In this battle, he still has a chance of winning. However, now Lao He is still lying down and his movements are not very convenient. Li Gongzi, you just said, what's happening here, and we won't hear it from outside. Isn't this a bluff? Do you think it's necessary for me to scare you into being a country bumpkin? That's right, it's really unnecessary. Since that's the case, then I'm not polite. Hey, what do you mean, are you ready to do something to me? Xiao Chen imitated the image from previous life movies and made a gesture of Wing Chun, Xiao Chen. Huh, idiot, I don't have any strength, I'm quite capable of doing this. Xiao Chen didn't respond to him, just nodded and said, you're right. If you don't take action, don't blame me for taking action first. Come on, come on, come on. Seeing Xiao Chen's appearance, Li Haotian became somewhat interested. Xiao Chen changed from palm to fist, accumulating strength for a long time, clearly preparing to deliver a full blow. Li Haotian sneered, if I hadn't known that Xiao Chen was a waste, I could have been intimidated by him. Take the call. Come on. Xiao Chen had not yet punched when he heard Li Haotian's screams. Then, a hockey puck rushed towards Li Haotian's back, and as Li Haotian turned to look back, Xiao Chen unleashed his unparalleled punch with all his might. Of course, this punch is similar to hitting an iron plate. He did not kill the enemy, but instead his hands were hurt by the backlash. However, the 2 spirit beasts actually made remarkable achievements. Li Haotian never expected that Dabai, who was hiding on the ground, would suddenly take 2 hard bites at its hind legs. You know, these days he has put in a lot of resources to cultivate this spirit beast. In theory, every spirit beast has a high level of spiritual intelligence. Just a casual comparison between these 2 masters will reveal the benefits of following someone. Who would have thought that at a critical moment, how could this spirit beast betray? Even if a spirit beast ambushes, how could there still be a spirit beast or a nimble rabbit? If it's normal, Li Haotian still has confidence in dealing with 2 such spirit beasts. However, when his legs were injured and he had difficulty moving, dealing with such agile spirit beasts was quite challenging. Dabai was also extremely cunning, and after 1 strike, he quickly retreated, not giving Li Haotian a chance to counterattack. Are you a beast tamer? Surrounded by 2 beasts and 1 person, Li Haotian was very nervous, but he still reacted a bit. Yes, it's just the weakest kind. Saying that he is a beast tamer, Xiao Chen himself is somewhat lacking in confidence. No wonder you can come into this restaurant. So, all of this is a misunderstanding, let's just wave our hands. How about that? Li Haotian felt that the situation was not going well and started making peace. Stop here. Do you think it's possible? This is Li Haotian's territory. As long as someone knows what's happening in this room, they will immediately have someone to support them. At that time, Xiao Chen's fate would be so tragic that he couldn't even imagine it himself. So what do you want? It's easy, knock you unconscious before leaving. Li Haotian may have some status in Pinyin City and cannot easily cause trouble. So, he dare not kill. Since that's the case, I'll have to put in some effort to get rid of you all. Then you can give it a try. After Xiao Chen finished speaking, Li Haotian saw Lao Hei's huge body appearing next to him. Lao Hei is not suitable for battle now, but it is excellent for bluffing people. You actually have 3 spirit beasts. Is that surprising? Xiao Chen had no idea what having 3 spirit beasts meant. I'm surprised, I agreed to your condition just now. You don't need to take action, I'll knock myself out. Xiao Chen had no idea that Li Haotian would become so cooperative. Moreover, he really pulled out a long stick, ready to strike his forehead. Are people in this world so fierce? Wait, after you faint, you may wake up soon. Upon hearing this, Li Haotian had a bad premonition. So what do you want? It's very simple. Brother Li and I hit it off at first sight and would like to invite him to a drink. At first sight, it's really like old times. Li Haotian held a large wine jar and looked at it for quite a while. Brother, this is spiritual wine. With my current strength, drinking a few glasses will make me drunk to death. How about I drink less? Brother Li, my cup was dry. Brother Li said that, but why don't you give face to Xiao? 3 beasts and 1 person stared fixedly at Li Haotian. Li Haotian was speechless, with a small cup facing a large vat, which made him lose face. Okay, 1,000 pieces of gold are easy to obtain, but a close friend is hard to find. When I met Brother Xiao, I drank this cup. Li Haotian gritted his teeth and lifted the wine jar, pouring it down with a gurgling sound. Okay, Brother Li, you're so brave. Xiao Chen couldn't help but exclaim in admiration. Seeing that Li Haotian was almost exhausted, he quickly grabbed the wine jar and then struck a stick at the back of Li Haotian's head. This spirit wine is a good thing. Of course, the rest needs to be taken away, and we can't make it cheap. Xiao Chen, I can drink this wine. Old Black is still the same Old Black. He can survive but never starve. You foodie, aren't you so stretched out that you can't move anymore? If you squeeze your stomach again, it's still possible. Alcohol doesn't take up your stomach. Lao He has never drunk alcohol at all, but when it comes to it now, it's just a serious matter. Whatever, don't drink to death. Anyway, as long as the thing is not wasted, it can be used anyway. Xiao Chen was too lazy to dwell on so much, but quickly tidied up. For example, Li Haotian's stick should be a good thing, he needs to bring it back. It's really not possible. It's also good to exchange for some silver. Perhaps this was originally Li Haotian's territory, as if at home. This goods, surprisingly, did not carry any money with him, which made Xiao Chen lose a lot of income in vain. You 5 have eaten all the food here. There is still some leftover food on the table, and of course, these things cannot be wasted. You know, there aren't many opportunities like this, and in the future, it's hard for him to find some leftover bones. 5 foodies, this time they really demonstrated their strength. It's really a whirlwind with remnants of clouds. Swallows pass by without leaving any marks. Chapter 8. Another face problem. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In no time, Xiao Chen took all the things that could be taken from Li Haotian's private room. Unfortunately, the space of the spirit beast is too small to hold anything. Otherwise, Xiao Chen probably would have dismantled all the tables and chairs here and taken them away. Everything is done, Xiao Chen put all 5 spirit beasts back into space. When leaving the room, Xiao Chen added a few more memory sticks to make sure that Li Haotian couldn't wake up in a short period of time. After everything was settled, Xiao Chen was satisfied and quietly left the room. Revenge must be avenged, come back with a full load. If it weren't in the other party's territory, Xiao Chen would have sung a song. This time, I really want to thank Li Haotian. He took Old Bai away and let him break through on the way. In order to save Old Bai, Old Black also got a chance. How do you look at it? This time, we've all gained a lot. Everything went smoothly from Li Haotian's room to leaving Uli restaurant. The waiter also warmly bowed to Xiao Chen. This time, it's really great. I beat up my enemy and now my spiritual power is constantly increasing. Xiao Chen now is truly incredibly joyful. A light and agile body, walking with wind. Until he heard an annoying voice coming from behind. Brother Xiao, why did you come out first? Just now I had a hard time finding it. Everyone is not very familiar, there's no need to be so polite, right? Huang Xiaoshu, that guy, just say hello. Can you stop shouting so loudly? No, many gazes turned to Xiao Chen. Especially, a girl in red also looked at Xiao Chen. Brother Xiao, you also came to make an appointment with Miss Li. Did you go to the wrong place just now? I went wrong with your mother. Xiao Chen had already cursed in his heart. Oh, Huang, you may have misunderstood. I'm here to find Miss Li, but then Miss Li is my neighbor. At this moment, Xiao Chen could only grit his teeth and turn this matter around. Then, he slowly quickened his pace and prepared to quickly escape. So it's like this, I'm saying it's strange. However, Brother Xiao is a beast tamer and the opportunity is rare. How about we work together on the mission? Opportunities are rare, God is special. Opportunities are rare. Xiao Chen had the heart to kill, he just wanted to escape quickly. Because he had already felt that a certain claw was about to reach out to him. Thank you for your kindness, Brother Huang. I have something to attend to, so I'm leaving first. Xiao Chen was about to run, but unexpectedly, a fiery figure blocked in front of him. Beautiful as a fairy, today's Li Rou looks even more stunning. But for Xiao Chen, this is simply a snake and scorpion. Stop, we invite you to join us on a mission, are you unwilling to go? From Li Rou's gaze, Xiao Chen clearly felt some ill intentions. He can't be of any help in hunting human-level late-stage monsters. So, if he participates in this mission, he only has the job of making cannon fodder. The danger is extremely strong, and only fools are willing to go if they don't think they can benefit from it. It's not that I'm unwilling to go, it's because I really don't have time. Xiao Chen was careful to face him, as he was afraid that the other party would suddenly come down with another whip. I don't have time, I see. You're not willing to give me this face, are you? Speaking of face again, he just threatened Li Haotian with face. I didn't expect that the retribution would come so quickly, and this matter would soon fall on him. Xiao Chen was about to respond, but unexpectedly, two more figures appeared on both sides of Li Rou. Little brother, if you don't give face to Sister Li, then you won't give face to someone on our side. By the way, I forgot to introduce you. I will be at the second level of martial arts skills in the upcoming Daxing City Festival. I am Xia Fenghua, a third-level martial artist. I have always heard that you beast guards have excellent combat power and I have been wanting to ask for advice. A cultivator who has not yet reached the level of a first-level warrior, and is facing the threat of 3 warriors at the same time, the pressure is unimaginable. Be aware of current affairs, it is necessary to be aware of current affairs at this time. A few people, you misunderstood. I actually really want to go to this task. When everyone sets off, just call me and I promise to be on call. At this point, we can only pretend to be with Wei Yi. Find an excuse to leave, and Xiao Chen will go back to Xiaojia village without saying a word. At that time, whoever loves this task will go, and he won't do this cannon fodder. Since that's the case, that would be great. Now, let's head to the west gate and prepare to depart. Li Ruing looked at Xiao Chen with pleasure, gesturing for him to lead the way ahead. Obviously, she was not prepared to give Xiao Chen a chance to slip away. No, it's a mission outside. It's such an important matter, don't you prepare for a few days. I was ready a few days ago, we just had a meal together before we left. Isn't it possible to choose a good and auspicious day before setting off for such an important task? Choosing a day is better than colliding with it. If you don't want to go, you can say it clearly. I want to go, how could I not want to go? At this moment, Xiao Chen dare not say a word of no. Those 2 warriors are ready to pluck their knives at any time. And Li Rou's double whip came and went without a trace. Xiao, it's really great to be with us. In that case, we'll have more companions on the way. Huang Xiaoshu's words left Xiao Chen powerless to respond. This unfounded disaster was brought to him by this product. If it weren't for the inability to fight, Xiao Chen would definitely press this cargo on the ground and rub it. Chapter 9. First time. You are listening at novelfull.audio. This time we are going to Endless Forest, with a total of more than 10 people. The strongest ones are Li Rou, as well as the brothers Feng Hua and Feng Jie. With 3 warriors leading the team and around 10 late-stage warriors, there is still hope in hunting down human-level late-stage monsters. Of course, there will also be huge risks involved. Upon returning from this mission, each person can obtain 10 spirit stones. As soon as she left the west gate, Li Rou explained the key points and gains of this trip to everyone. Originally, the stone that Li Rou used to buy purple spirit grass that day was a spirit stone. Gold and silver, in the eyes of cultivators, are not very valuable. 100 taels of silver can be used to offset 1 or 2 pieces of gold. It is said that it takes 1,000 taels of gold to be worth a lower-grade spirit stone. Brother Xiao, did you hear that? 10 spirit stones. Huang Xiaoshu looked excited, and for every cultivator, the spirit stone had an irresistible temptation. Let's talk about it when we get it. Xiao Qinyuan is not as optimistic as Huang Xiaoshu. Just now, Li Rou emphasized more than 10 key points, but 10 of them were about safety issues. The other points are about how to escape. Xiao Chen had a bad premonition that this trip to Endless Forest would definitely not be so easy. Everyone rest here for an hour, then we'll set off immediately. Before departure, Li Rou left for a while, probably to prepare for the next task. By the way, Brother Xiao, where is your spirit beast bag? The spirit beast bag. At this moment, Xiao Chen realized that he didn't even have the equipment that a beast tamer should have. Oh, it's inside the clothes. In order to prevent others from asking too much, Xiao Chen simply summoned Xiao Bai and confirmed his identity as a beast tamer. As he expected, as soon as the spirit beast appeared, it welcomed a wave of doubt and a contemptuous look. Is this a rabbit? This is the first time I've seen such a spirit beast. Can this rabbit have combat power? What's wrong with Miss Li? Why did she add such a beast tamer to the team? Xiao Chen ignored everyone's discussion directly, even glaring angrily at them, appearing a bit arrogant. Xiao Chen responds to others' doubts with provocative eyes. He did this, of course, in the hope that these people would see him unhappy and drive him out of the team. However, Li Rou seemed to have some face, and those people only mocked her with words. They didn't do anything out of line. Brother Xiao, it's okay. Any spirit beast, cultivated well, has a future. Xiao Chen was somewhat surprised that Huang Xiaoshu was still being a good person at this time. Of course, this still cannot make Xiao Chen have any favorable impression of these words. You should know that Xiao Chen was forced to join this team, and Huang Xiaoshu made great contributions. How could it be so easy to cultivate spiritual beasts? By the way, Brother Huang, you have some spiritual grass on you. Can you lend me some? In the space, there are still 2 little white people who are about to reach the edge of breakthrough. Now, he is about to go to a dangerous area and urgently needs to improve his strength. If the other 2 novices can also advance, their strength will be greatly enhanced. There are some purple spirit herbs, but using them to cultivate your spirit beasts probably won't have much effect. Purple spirit grass is mostly used as food for spiritual beasts. This kind of spiritual grass has weak spiritual power, and it is almost impossible to elevate the demon beast to the next level. However, if these things are consumed by ordinary beasts, the effect will be very different. That's okay. I wonder if Brother Huang can cut me off and sell me a little. Of course, I'll give you the money when I get back. At this moment, Xiao Chen didn't care about his face anymore, he just shamelessly took on the credit. I planted a few spiritual grasses myself, what's not worth it? Huang Xiaoshu was very generous. He took off his bundle and handed a bundle of purple spirit grass to Xiao Chen. Xiao Chen roughly estimated that there should be 20 or 30 plants of purple spirit grass. Let 2 novices advance, that's enough. Xiao Chen was overjoyed and his attitude towards Huang Xiaoshu had improved significantly. Soon, Xiao Chen became a man with 5 spirit beasts. although they are only 5 mortal level spirit beasts. Anyway, it's rare to have a beast tamer with 5 spirit beasts at the same time. Having gained benefits, Xiao Chen finally found Huang Xiaoshu to be more pleasing to the eye. Brother Huang, you are a 7th level martial artist. I don't know what kind of martial arts skills you are practicing. Or rather, what kind of technique did Brother Huang learn? Xiao Chen knows too little about the affairs of the cultivator. So, he also became a chatterbox, talking to Huang Xiaoshu about some cultivation matters. I am practicing human-level martial arts, the flame blade technique. This martial arts technique is extremely powerful, pouring spiritual power into the big sword can also produce some flames. Amazing, amazing. Brother Xiao has been praised too much. Although your strength is weak now, when your spirit beast grows up, it may soon surpass me. Xiao Chen understood that the other party only said this to save his face. Huang Xiaoshu said that his strength is weak, he is not weak. With so many people in the team, he is clearly the weakest one. Everyone else is a martial artist above the 7th level, and his spiritual power is only half the level now. Fortunately, Old Black is still digesting various spiritual items, allowing him to slowly gain some spiritual power. As for Xiao Bai's absorption of spiritual power between heaven and earth, it can be completely ignored. Xiao Chen secretly threw the bundle of purple spirit grass into the space and continued chatting with Huang Xiaoshu. Brother Huang, have you ever been to this endless forest before? No, although this endless forest has abundant spiritual power, it is even more dangerous. With abundant spiritual power, Xiao Chen had no sensation at all. People without cultivation talents have no perception of the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. Are you saying that this is also your first time on an outdoor mission? Yeah, it was my parents' request for help that led me to find Miss Li and get this mission opportunity. This kind of task actually requires connections. Xiao Chen understood why Huang Xiaoshu attached so much importance to this task. It seems that Huang Xiaoshu pulled him into this team out of good intentions. Huang Xiaoshu, the person is still pretty good. Of course, it would be even better if his nagging, meddling habits could be corrected. Endless Forest, it seems, is not much different from the forest next to Xiaojia village. Xiao Chen was somewhat skeptical. Are there really countless monsters in this forest? Xiao Bai, you need to watch carefully. If there's any danger, we can just think of running away. Whether the task can be completed or not, Xiao Chen really doesn't care at all. What he thinks is how to come back alive. After entering the endless forest, Xiao Bai became noticeably more active. Master, the spiritual energy here is really rich. Judging from your appearance, do you really like this place? Definitely, this place is much more comfortable than a dull space. Xiao Bai is clearly dissatisfied with the living environment of the spirit beast space. The 4 guys in the space were extremely envious of Xiao Bai. There's no way, Xiao Chen can only release Xiao Bai now, he has to hide most of his strength. Keeping Xiao Bai by your side is the safest option. Because most cultivators don't want to snatch a rabbit. Otherwise, situations like Li Haotian's snatching of the Bai could still occur again. Moreover, rabbits are harmless to humans and animals, which can greatly alleviate others' vigilance. You two, hurry up and eat this bundle of purple spirit grass. When you both advance, I'll take turns letting you out to breathe. 3 little white people, all of whom look the same, cannot be distinguished by their owner, let alone others. A few little guys take turns, there's no problem at all. Chapter 10. Insufficient Qualification. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After an hour, Li Ro finally arrived. Along with her, there was also a horse covered in red. Like a dragon or a horse, full of flames, it seems to have some kind of uplifting aura. Just by looking at the appearance, Zhang Fan can feel that this spirit beast is very extraordinary. Wow, this is Miss Li's spirit beast, the red horse. Yeah, it's still a human-level fire-type spirit beast, which is really enviable. Not to mention Miss Li's extraordinary strength, just relying on this spirit beast can make her look down on her peers. Li Ro has long been accustomed to various voices of admiration and envy. Perhaps it was because her impression of Xiao Chen was too bad that she unexpectedly looked at him by some strange means. That beast tamer, do you think my red horse is better than your spirit beast? Until now, Li Ro still doesn't know Zhang Fan's name, so she replaced it with the beast tamer. Is there a comparison between human-level spirit beasts and early mortal-level spirit beasts? If we really want to compare, I think our family's novice is much more adorable. Xiao Chen touched Xiao Bai's head and said seriously. Compared to spirit beasts, who can compare their strength with you? To compare, just compare appearance. He said this, of course, hoping to provoke Li Ro and drive him away. Cute. You're a big man, how could you say you're cute? For a long time, Li Ro couldn't speak. It seems that she heard something unacceptable. Other companions, however, burst into laughter. What, isn't it cute? Alright, stop talking. Li Ro is obviously a bit intolerable and doesn't want to waste time on this topic. She no longer paid attention to Xiao Chen, but jumped onto the red horse, whipped and shouted, "Let's go." Li Shaxing, dressed in red clothes and riding a red horse, walked at the forefront. Two warriors, Fang Jia and Fang Hua, are on guard on both sides. Xiao Chen, who is weak in strength, directly ranks at the back of the team. Xiao Bai jumped and followed him closely. This team, except for Xiao Chen, everyone is not weak. What's even more frustrating is that the team was moving at an extremely fast speed, and Xiao Chen almost tried his best to keep up. Kid, it's okay if you can't keep up. You can go back first. Walking at the forefront, Fang Jia still had the mood to mock Xiao Chen. What is the pattern for a warrior who is only half level? Of course, if he really goes back first, Master Xiao will not have any hesitation. We have entered the forest 10 miles now. If this kid dares to leave the team and doesn't take a single stick of incense, he will definitely become the food for the monsters. Xiao Chen completely disbelieves this statement. Because, walking so far, he didn't even see a monster. Brother Xiao, don't fall behind. It's really dangerous here. Huang Xiaoshu, this silly kid, actually took the initiative to stay behind and walked side by side with Xiao Chen. Is there really a monster here? Definitely, our group of people are powerful, and the monsters will dodge far away when they see us. If you walk here alone, I'm sure you've definitely encountered more than 10 monsters. Huang Xiaoshu spoke very seriously. Didn't you say that you're also here for the first time? Are there still fewer people killed by monsters every year? What Xiao Chen said seems like a person from a different world. Xiao Chen seems to have no idea about some common sense about endless forest. Master, I also sense that there are various frightening smells here. Xiao Chen only believes half of what others say. However, what Xiao Bai said, he believed it unconditionally. In the forest full of murders, being completely unaware of danger is the most terrifying thing. Originally, Xiao Chen had the intention of quietly leaving the team. Now it seems that this decision may have been hasty. In the forest, there is no road at all. There are thorns everywhere, branches everywhere, and walking is very difficult. But this group of people, one by one, walked briskly as if nothing had happened. Although Xiao Chen's physical fitness has greatly improved compared to before, after running a few miles, he is already panting heavily. They started their journey and walked for 30 miles before taking their first break. In the front, there may be occasional human-level monsters appearing. So, let's walk slowly in the back and be fully vigilant. Li Ro dismounted and led the team cautiously forward. Finally, it's time to slow down. Xiao Chen was out of breath, bowing his body in supporting a giant tree. He gasped for breath for a while before continuing to follow the team. This time, the monster we are going to hunt is about 100 miles ahead. The target for this time is a human-level peak red-tailed python. If everything goes smoothly, everyone can go back tomorrow. The territory of human-level monsters is close to 150 miles from Pinyin City. To be honest with everyone, this red-tailed python is of great use to our brothers. So, if this mission is successful, our brothers will add 2 spirit stones to each person. 2 more spirit stones were added, and everyone's eyes lit up, praising the generosity of the Fong brothers. Xiao Chen didn't listen at all to these things. Anyway, in his current situation, he probably won't be able to contribute much, so don't try to share the benefits. Originally, he was a bit worried that this trip might be used as cannon fodder. Now, he is completely at ease, because with his strength, he is not even qualified to be cannon fodder. It seems that Xiao Chen thinks too badly of Li Ro. Li Ro pulled Zhang Fan into this team, and the other party probably just wanted Xiao Chen to suffer a bit before venting his anger. In the future, no one can offend women. Until now, Xiao Chen still believes that he hasn't done anything wrong.